Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, the stock market is unreal. What is there to invest in? We're going to talk about it, and I want some of your input as well. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here this evening and joining me. I wasn't able to send out an email to let everybody know this afternoon, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, I'm a little bit late, but thank you so much for being here. And before I get into this, this is members only edition that can be in the chat room tonight. So if you're trying to be in the chat room and can't be in there, you have to have an icon next to your name. So please smash the like button and let the YouTube gods know that we have a few people watching the live stream. So I want to get into this tonight because once again, the stock market is doing mental gymnastics for all of us, and it's doing its own gymnastics. So yesterday, just to recap, the stock market was down heavily. And somehow, before 4 p.m. came, it was up in the green. We're talking about missing and subtracting 2 percentage points from the stock market. And that is how far they were down yesterday and somehow came all the way back in late afternoon. I call it the plunge protection team. That's what I call it, ladies and gentlemen, because somebody has to be infusing some money in order to be buying late afternoon. And we know who that is. And that's why I made the video today. I dropped it earlier talking about the stealing from the rich. And that's because a lot of these stocks have dropped 60, 70, 80% quietly year over year. So these stocks are way, way down and they could go further down. But the Federal Reserve, they had release their minutes today. So you know what happens there. They make it good for their buddies who own 89% of the stock market. They make sure that they give a little good news so they can have a little market rally. But we all know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. The bubble is about to burst. So I'm going to get into some things because I want to hear from you this evening. Now, again, this is members only chat tonight, those with the icons. So, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit late this evening, but the weirdest things are happening with my computer resetting and doing certain things about 5 to 10 minutes before, and then it doesn't even come back up. So anyhow, all I want to say is make sure you actually, and I left this out, so I'm going to correct it right now. Members only chat. And I'm going to bring up the screen. I have it already, but I wanted to do a few things down below because once again, since we're talking about the stock market, I think in case you're new here, I think you need to get your free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull. I say that at every live stream. So hopefully if you haven't downloaded the Webull app or the Robinhood app, please use the link down below and get your free shares of stock. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the Webull app, they have a new promotion started July 1st through July 30th. Once you have downloaded your free shares of stock, they are offering 10 free shares of stock when you refer other people. So there's more ways to get free shares of stock from Webull. So every reason to make sure you download and get your Webull stocks. All right, let's get into it. Stock market today, ladies and gentlemen, because we've had some interesting turnarounds and strange turn of events. Because as you know, Gino Chimiente, he's rarely wrong. He said oil would go up, but it's been the exact opposite. And rarely wrong. This would be the first time ever in like 3 years that he's been wrong. So far, that doesn't mean something weird is happening. Oil has went down to under 70, $65 a barrel from 110, 120, 130. It's dropped that far. But now when we go to the gas pumps, something tells me the price hasn't dropped that much. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case, right? So I'm just saying there's something going on. Something is amiss. This is why we're going to be able to take advantage shortly, I believe. All right, let me pull this up. I got to get a good look at this because, in fact, I don't even know if you guys can see the screen that it's this small, but it all turned in red today. I mean, green today. Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500. So which stocks would you think to invest in under these circumstances? Are you still waiting for it to go down like in 1929 through 1932? Or are you thinking this is a good time to buy the dip the last 2 days? Time to buy because there's going to be a market rally. Well, you guys know how I feel about this. And it's very, very interesting how the market is reacting. And also, let me know who received the YouTube notification and who saw the stream that came up. Let me know if you saw that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's talk about some other things. I'm going to get out of this because it's been very, very sad to watch the manipulation of the stock market. And there's all kind of different things to invest in. And you guys know I've been talking about this for the last, I guess, probably 3 or 4 live streams where I say it's important to invest in yourself in this type of economy. The stocks are one thing, but when we start talking about, I started looking at even the OLN. That's, guns, grub, ammo, things that happen in case there is catastrophe where there's no running water and things like that, survival equipment. OLN stock has even went down over the last year. That helps people prepare for when things hit the fan, right? When it's very, very bad. So you have to ask yourself, if that's going down, that's interesting. Oil is going down. That's even more interesting. Interest rates are going up. And then they're still building projects all over the world and in the USA. All this money is in the hands of hedge funds, Wall Street, your 401k. They're making investments. And they're making investments in the stock market. They help contribute to an up day in the stock market. Of course, they have trillions of dollars to put in the stock market if they want to. But billions would help out the stock market greatly, which is seemingly what's happened over the last 2 market days. Now, I mentioned OLN for everybody on podcast. O as in Oscar, L as in Larry, N as in Nancy. But you would think the survival stocks would actually increase due to food shortages. You would also think that weapons would increase as well because more and more people are going to be getting weapons and bullets and things like that. You would also think that energy cost would affect electric vehicles, which is very, very interesting, right? The electric vehicle market should be affected. For some reason, once again, electric vehicle market is moving up. And there's a subscriber of the channel who actually made a post on, was it yesterday or the day before, talking about Lucid. And he said, according to the charts, LC, I want to say LCID, but anyhow, Lucid stock, he said if it drops into the 1600s, it's going to go up from there according to the charts. Well, he gave good news and great information because it did drop down to $16.50, and then it rose up to, unbelievably, $19 today. A $3 upside for Lucid Motors, which is very, very interesting because you have to remember LCID. You have to remember it takes electricity to recharge these vehicles. And they're already talking about brownouts, restricting electricity for 12 to 24 hours in different states. So it's very, very interesting how this renewable resource is going to have to rely on what's already happening with our power grid. So that should tell you energy cost should increase. So wouldn't stocks in energy stock be pretty good to invest in? What about that, ladies and gentlemen? I think that probably has a good way of coming around. I'm going to put this on the screen here so you can see Lucid. It dropped to 1822 today, but that's okay. But again, that it went up over, well, about $2 in less than 48 hours. And when you really look at it, that's like 15%, right? Not bad. It almost would have met the Gino Schmiente criteria earlier today when it was over $19. And that would have been a over 25% increase. He would have sold and took the profits. So see, you can still make money in the stock market. Some people are doing it short term. So 25% is not bad. You can't get that anywhere safely. Let's put it that way. Because as you may have heard, switching to crypto, you may have heard that Voyager has filed for bankruptcy. You know what that means. That generally means, let's just say whoever has money on Voyager, it's probably going to be gone because any assets they have to pay the creditors. Guess what your money sitting on Voyager is? It's their asset after we ship the money into them. So now it's bye-bye, adios. All right. And once again, welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that can be in the chat room. All right. Let's see. We have Victor Marrero in the house. He says his tagline, and welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that can be in the chat room. He says, hi all, let's do this. That's right. We're trying to do it. We're trying to navigate this crazy, crazy market cycle. But as Victor Marrero will point out, I'm sure, we might as well invest dollar cost average because we know the game. Eventually, it will rise. But again, I'm on the leave out the dollar cost average part. All right. I'm going to sit around and wait. All right. And he has the icon next to his name and his tagline in tow. And once again, everybody, 15 minutes in, please smash the like button. That's so the YouTube guys know that we're in the house. Curtis Davis is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that can be in the chat room. Those with the icon next to their name, everybody else you can watch. And he has his tagline, good evening, SSN family. And he left off his tagline, but he brought it up here, ABMM. And in case you're new here, always be making money. That's the only thing we can do here, ladies and gentlemen, especially in a recession. That's right. There is a recession right now. Otherwise, Federal Reserve wouldn't be raising interest rates. Otherwise, they wouldn't still be trying to give their buddies, the banks, the hedge funds, and whoever else, they wouldn't be buying up their debt. It's pretty simple. And they wouldn't be releasing their minutes and always having to talk, having interviews. That's a sign of the economy is not all well. Otherwise, they'd be quiet as a mouse. They wouldn't have to come out here to try to get up some positive vibes so people can buy up whatever asset class it is. Curtis Davis, I never believed in Voyager, but the gurus pushed it. Yes, they did push it. In fact, we had somebody mention Voyager, and I did. In fact, I guess I'm going to have to be lumped in because I did say a couple of times, go check out Voyager because they were giving some return on investment. And all it turned out to be was a Ponzi. Basically, they were doing what the banks and financial institutions already do. And that is the doggone shame of it all in the name of DeFi. So now we can't trust DeFi, in my opinion, because we've trusted them over 2 years. And seemingly all of them have come by the wayside one way or another, whether their prices plunged 99% or they're out of business and known as rug pulls. Even NFTs no longer have cachet. So again, it's one of those things. And that's why, unfortunately, everybody always has to say, do your own research and study. Because Celsius Network, well, I think they're going to be going by the wayside. They're talking a good game still. Voyager, gone. BlockFi, well, FTX bought them. That's the only reason they weren't gone. Otherwise, they would have had to file bankruptcy and gone. So FTX will see what they can do with it. But unfortunately, that business model clearly doesn't work. When you have the top 3 companies doing stuff like a bank, it didn't work. All 3 of them are in danger. Well, actually, Voyager is not top 3, but all I'm saying is BlockFi and Celsius and Nexo. Nexo seemingly is the only one that has gone unscathed. This is crazy. All right, Warren Buffett states the stock market, a mechanism to transfer money from impatient to patient people. Very well said, Curtis Davis, otherwise known as Mr. Financial around here, otherwise known on the YouTube universe as Chili Davis. And what I mean by that is Chili Davis has his own YouTube channel. He gives updates throughout the day. I checked out an update earlier today. You just never know when he's going to drop a video. It could be evening, it could be morning, it can be afternoon. So you got to go over there and sign up and subscribe to his channel as well and get great information throughout the day and week. All right, for stocks, a little crypto, and investing. Helps you out greatly. Chili with 2 L's, CHILLY Davis. Go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. All that high yield. I just got a Celsius restructuring expert board members immediately stepped down. There we go. All that high yield, 15% per year, means you eating up your principal in 2 to 5 years, especially since there was no oversight or regulation. Voyager had 100 creditors bankrupt. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Yeah, they were talking crazy. The thing I saw with Voyager, they were trying to act like they were going to come out of this bankruptcy. But we all know, how do you come out of bankruptcy when one of the companies that you loaned money to went out of business? You're not going to be able to pay back these creditors, and you're going to have to give up your account holders' accounts. It's not like the account holders' accounts are sitting in its own wallet somewhere. This is crypto, ladies and gentlemen, which makes it more and more interesting, because how are you able to use collateral if you're going traditional offline? That's the $1 million question, right? Because when we have Nexo, BlockFi, Celsius, and a whole bunch of other places, you have to go to their platform, then you have to borrow against it. So now they're rolling in, meaning Voyager. They rolled in and said, we have X amount of dollars under management, billions. Will you give me a loan? That's all apparently it took. But the question is, who controls the freaking crypto wallets? It's not like you had to transfer the money to the bank and put it in their crypto wallet to hold. So there becomes a question in my mind. Maybe somebody knows, because this is crypto. Because if Celsius, Nexo, BlockFi, or Voyager weren't holding money, and I don't know if Voyager actually did loans, they probably did, but I don't know if they did. But nonetheless, that's not actually how it works, right? They have crypto wallets, and you would think they would be cold storage. So they really could give back their customers money, I would think. Let me know, because it doesn't seem right. This isn't traditional. All right, I'm just saying. Lots of love. 3 arrows. This laughable. We know the truth about crypto billionaires have no money or leverage. 7x. Exactly. Exactly. Because that's the only way they can give returns. You have to leverage, just like what we're doing, right? You have to put your money somewhere in order to leverage that into getting returns. Except when you want to do something real crazy, then you take that money and then you put that somewhere and then you leverage it again, borrow against that as collateral to get some more of A. And now if one goes down, everything goes down. And that's why we had this Celsius, BlockFi, and Voyager situation. I'm baffled why Nexo didn't take the hit. I think I know why. I think because Nexo might have gotten a loan. That's what I think happened. Now, that is the weirdest part, because today we're just going to talk about stock market is unreal. And so therefore you might have to do alternative investments such as crypto. So let me see if Nexo got a loan or not. I'm curious. I don't know if they did. But anyhow, they are seemingly unscathed, which is interesting. Yeah, Nexo is unscathed. But then again, maybe they weren't going out here acting like everybody else and sitting there saying, you know what, I think I'm gonna borrow and use leverage and collateral and do all that. So we'll see how it all ends up. The institutional crypto company claim they have a better way. Exactly. Institutional buyers, ladies and gentlemen. I dropped a video earlier today. Let the stealing of the rich begin. Start now. It's happening right underneath your feet. Now, I was watching YouTube today also while I'm doing some other things, and I could not believe a YouTuber was in Palm Springs, and he was showing they're building an ice arena for a hockey team in Palm Springs, Palm Desert area, in the middle of a freaking desert. And you guys already know or may not know, Lake Mead, Lake Powell, where the water comes from the Colorado River, those dams are at record lows right now. So they can't even push the water down there or release a lot of water down to, you know who the partners are, Southern California, places like the desert area, Arizona. It's getting bad, ladies and gentlemen. And these guys are building an ice arena. It gets even worse. Disney is building a new resort out in Palm Springs, Palm Desert area as well, with lagoons and fountains. They're acting just like Vegas. Where is this water going to come from, ladies and gentlemen? That's what I want to know. Where are they getting this magical water supply? And unbelievably, There's going to be opportunity because of this, though. You guys know that, right? You're going to be able to go in the middle of the desert and buy some cheap ass property here soon. But I wouldn't recommend it because you can't get water. All right. Fresh water is not readily available, especially if it's not coming down the Colorado River, and there's going to be water wars. So if you're watching this and you live in Vegas, you're going to have to make a decision. Like I said, my aunt lives there. And I talked to her about a month ago. And I just simply said, I think you need to go out to Lake Powell because I don't know what's going to happen. And you might want to get rid of your house right now while you can still get a great price because you've lived there so long that your price is crazy. Take it and run because this nonsense about them bringing water over from the Mississippi River, pipeline water to the west, that is getting desperate and crazy. So now you have to start thinking what stocks are going to take advantage of a bad situation or a good situation. No water. So that would indicate to me Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and they are actually have water companies underneath their umbrella subsidiaries. Those would seem to be two stocks that you may want to look into right now. Because just like Flint, Michigan, there's going to be some water flowing in and it's going to be bottled water. Something to think about. And you have millions of people that are going to be affected by this. All right. Just keep it in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So there goes another two stocks that you could think about during this crazy, crazy, unreal stock market. The builders in Arizona keep getting free money or subsidized funds to build homes in the Phoenix area's 4-year drought increases. Exactly. The builders are getting the free money. They're building. The people who are making enough money to afford it, they're buying. Again, if you're new here, it's derivatives that they're after. As soon as I can have you sign a piece of paper that says 600,000, 700,000, you put down your money and the bank gave the loan out. As soon as we can do that 100 times, you could have like $600 million if you're selling homes at $1 million. I mean, and now I can go around with this piece of paper and go, look, I sold all of these. It's worth $600 million. How much you going to give me? And somebody might pipe up and say, we'll give you $100 million. Or 50 million. It does. What's the number won't matter. They're selling the paper, but they get paid today. If the building project gets built and finished out, maybe the person that took that derivative, that collateral piece of paper and paid 50 million. But if it doesn't get finished and they walk away, that 50 million goes into the abyss. Somebody's going to have to bail out that company, otherwise known as bankruptcy, because nobody's going to buy the paper. You and I pay when there's bankruptcies. So just keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, as you go through this unreal stock market event that's happening as we speak in real time. Think about what's going to happen on the other side. Housing stocks, I would say vacate. Let me know what you think about this. I wouldn't be investing in housing stocks, would you? That would be kind of crazy. Suppliers like Home Depot, Lowe's, and all that, yes, they're still building, but for how long? Interest rates are going to go up. SSN Academy, Curtis Davis, SSN Academy, been teaching derivatives for 4 years, how to create $1 million contract with no cash. Exactly. Very well said, Mr. Financial. So again, what do you think about home builders, stock events? In fact, since we're talking stocks, I haven't actually done a whole show on stocks before, but since we're talking stocks, let's just look at Home Depot, right? Why don't we just go there? Because this is impromptu, ladies and gentlemen. So please join us on the Friday night live stream at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please check us out then. Home Depot. 283.58. Year to date, down 30% year to date. Just like clockwork, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it should be. That's exactly where it should be. Why would it go up when it's costing more money to the materials cost more to borrow and use your contractor credit card or developer credit card? It's going to cost you more for materials, and now you're going to pay more in interest. Come on. This would not be rocket science. And we're going to go year over year because it's 30% just in 2022. And keep in mind, you're getting set up to be able to create some wealth here, ladies and gentlemen. You got to create your watch list right now. Stocks that are going to go in the toilet, in my opinion, you can do your own research, but stocks are going to go in the toilet, right? So one of them's Home Depot. The other one's probably going to be Lowe's. But now we're going to get into what does it look like year over year? It's only 12% year over year, which is interesting. And now 5 years ought to be, yes, pumped up, because for the last 3, 4 out of 5 years, home prices went up, material costs went up, building was running at a rapid pace until the end of last year. So therefore, that's why there's a drastic difference between the last 5 years and the last 6 months, because interest rates matter. You're getting all the indicators, 86%. But when you do year to date, this tells the actual real story. It was up on January 3rd, $408. 30% decrease is pretty serious, ladies and gentlemen, and expect this to ride further down. But fill out your paperwork, do your own research, make sure you understand the 52-week high was 420 during this upside. Now the 52-week low is 264.51, and I would be willing to bet that they're going to reach that sometime in this month. So let me know what you think about that. All right? Because things are getting dicey out here. Stock market has been unreal. People don't know what to invest in. You have to think on so many different levels. Lots of confusion, lots of misinformation. Curtis Davis says the best time ever to invest in stocks has reached all new lows in bear market. Ford at 11, ChargePoint at 12, Lucid at 17. Very good points once again, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much for mentioning those, because again, you get to go check those out, ladies and gentlemen, and you get to see what the outcome is. So that is awesome. All right, let's see what else. In 2009, Ford reached $4. Yep, this could happen. All stock can't become 90% down. See, once again, very well said. That's why you have to start making your list, your Christmas list, whatever you like, and sit there and figure out what you need to do. That's all you can do. Do your own research. That's it. And once again, 33 minutes in, please smash the like button. And that's so the YouTube guys know that we have someone in the house. If you can't get in the chat room, there's a reason why. Members with the icon can only be in the chat room tonight. It's members only chat on Wednesday night live streams. Members with the icon can also join me on this live stream if they ever choose to, because I leave the invite link under the community tab on the Stop Struggling Now channel. And that's very interesting, because the funny part is I think I left it open to everybody tonight, which is very, very interesting. So that would be interesting. But nonetheless, again, this right here is very important. And remember, here's the funny thing. In 2009, it was $4. And in 2021, in March and April, it went down to around 6. So that gives you an idea on what can happen. That's the whole thing right there, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to do your own research. If you're planning on investing, research, because now is the time that you start paying attention and use some of that disposable income that you have if you want to. While OC spending on vacation and barbecues. Interest hike. The top 10% people are planning a wealth transfer of billions in 6 months. The Fed may reverse course. Very good, very well said, because that's exactly what's happening. That's why you have to stay up on information. And that's why sometimes I have to go over this information. It's not saying that you have to do something, but at least if you know what's happening, it might make you do decisions. That's all there is to it. All right. Now, there is something else that I should mention, because of course, everybody's going to be looking for extra streams of revenue, extra income. And in case you're also new, again, please subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell, because we talk about this and so much, much more. But we have something called SSN Lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I'm going to play a little promo. Why not? Let me see if I have a promo. Who saw the YouTube trailer and who received the notification tonight? If you didn't see the YouTube trailer or received the notification, I'm going to play one of the trailers. I don't know if this was one of them or not, but I'm going to play one right now to prime you for SSN Lifestyle, because there is a product that just has come out and it's available. That's right. It's for your overall well-being. SSN Lifestyle Body Balance Cream, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to show it to you right after this. A life-changing opportunity is here. Another day to improve financially, mentally, and physically with SSN Lifestyle. We give you the tools to succeed through our free or membership programs. We welcome you to join SSN Lifestyle today. Membership does have its privileges: passive income, entertainment and show tickets, first class upgrades, free vacations, and investment opportunities. You can help yourself and others achieve financial freedom. If you are stressed and need extra income, we can help. If you are motivated, willing to put in the effort to succeed, please join us at SSN Lifestyle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it exactly, just to give you a little teaser, because it's going down right now. All right. Victor Marrero says, I know where he's going with this. Whenever I see this too hard to pick winner stocks, there you go. Here goes the alter ego of picking. Why pick when you can pick index funds? Here we go. Too hard to pick winner stock. That's where ETFs come in. VOO S&P 500, thank you. VUG growth, thank you. VTI is technology, thank you. I keep doing DCA into them. Well, very wise information, Victor Marrero. I appreciate that. That is always a wise solution, because you're going to get that 9, 10, 11, 12, and sometimes it pops 20, 30% return in different years. So once again, thank you so much, because if you didn't bring that pen, pad, and paper, you need it now, because I'm going to leave this up here for a second, because very, very wise information. All right. So once again, let's see what else we can do here other than this. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? In fact, let me get this off screen. I left it up there long enough, so hopefully you got what you need. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Instructions on the back. There we go. You can order this right now. And if you were a member, then you would receive commission if you refer other people there. And in fact, I don't even know if I have in fact, I could put in the chat room, but then again, I think you can see it. Let me see if I can find the link to the page. I think I might be able to. Let's see. No, and no. I'm going to have to pull it up for you. Actually, go to the website, I guess, and pull it up directly. But I don't have it where I can just pull it up on the screen. I see. So that is an option. That's going to be an option. In fact, I'm going to get it for you. So then I will get you a direct link in case you want to get it. All of you didn't see what's on the label. It's iodine. It's D3. It's magnesium. It's also MSM. So think about that. In fact, let me go over here and get this. And I'll put a link in the chat room in case you want to order it. So again, D3, it helps out your bones, osteoporosis. It helps build stronger bones. Magnesium actually helps chemicals in your body react and do different things. That helps out greatly. So that's why that's needed in your diet. And this is a cream, ladies and gentlemen. All right. MSM helps with your arthritis and joints. So now you got all that covered. And D3. So you guys know this is very, very potent, very, very good. And the thing is, it maintains your overall body balance, and it does so much more. So again, there's way more benefits that it does, over 25 benefits to be exact. I just can't go over all of them. All right. In this, here, let me get you guys the link in case somebody wants to go order. $34.99. That's it. That's right. With all of that inside. All right. $34.99. Now, that's pretty awesome in my opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. The link is in the chat room. So you can actually go over there and order anybody that sees this video. Now, Eric, that video you did about home equity loan was fire. Most OCs have 50 to 100K on tap, but are misusing. You are CEO with SSN Academy. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for mentioning that. I appreciate it. So once again, that's how we have to do it. Victor, love the picks. ETFs are excellent. There you go. Mr. Financial saying excellent once again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, don't forget to join us on Friday night. But because I gave the teaser about SSN Lifestyle, I guess I should go over here, right? Why not go to it? Might as well give a little promo because this helps you earn a little bit of extra revenue. And it is a membership program where you can actually send people for the products and services, which is awesome, and earn and receive commission. And you get other benefits if you actually sign up as a member because it goes from free membership as well. And you're going to have business opportunities, business investment opportunities. All right. I'm going to have to change the picture over here. But anyhow, you guys can see what it looks like. Same type of look that you saw, just rearranged a little bit to center down the turn because the bottle turns around instead of a flat surface. But nonetheless, you see here, and I'll give you an example of the top of the line is the Founders Club, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Founders Club is top of the line. There's still 11 of 15 available. There can only be Founders Club members, 15 total. It's $2,799. And this is what you're going to receive every year, 7 nights, 8 days in Punta Cana Penthouse or equivalents, because there's other places that you can stay in that area. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Every year, not just one time, every year. But when you go, first year, you're going to have 4 tickets to Coco Bongo. That's a nightclub spot. That's it's pseudo nightclub, but also has plays and music. It's a fun time. 1 night of private chef service. And oh, by the way, when you land, you have transportation services to where you're staying. And when you leave on the way back, this is all included. 2 tickets to Kathmandu Park, 2 all excursion boat tickets to the island of Isla Saona. That's included, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, you get 3 nights, 4 days at other hot spots around the globe. and the membership based on your membership works just like everybody else's. So if you were a member and you referred people to buy a product or service or a membership, then you receive commission just like everybody else. All the other memberships do it as well. Also, Ring of Fire. This is big time here, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know. Ring of Fire means any business opportunities that come, which I'll just say it right now, fingernails to go, countertop unit, you will be able to join in, and the profits received, you receive part of the profits. How about that? You don't have to do anything other than, of course, make an investment, do your own research or whatever. But the point is, you will be able to receive passive income. Ring of Fire, it hasn't come out. The first event hasn't come out yet. It should be coming out in this month of July, where you'll be able to get in, and that's passive income. That's what you're going to need in this future, right? So let me get back up to the screen again. I accidentally turned it off because I was moving around. Now, after you get there to the Ring of Fire, there's another opportunity that only Founders Club members can have. And that is, there's going to be a place, a location that you'll be able to refer other people to and rent and receive commission for that. And you don't have to make an investment in that at all. You don't have to do any housekeeping fees, maintenance in a HOA or nothing like that. You can actually make money off of telling people, hey, we have this, whatever it is, 2-bedroom condo, 3-bedroom villa, whatever it is, you will be able to actually make additional streams of revenue from that. Only you, no other membership can do that. Bonus pool, you understand their bonus pool starts this month. Everybody receives their bonus pool based on which level of membership they're under. It escalates up. So if you're in the pro membership, which you see here, pro membership, that's the lowest level. They receive a bonus pool. Elite members receive part of the pro membership and elite bonus pool. Premier members receive the pro, elite, and premier bonus pool. And the Founders Club, once again, you guys know what's going to happen. You receive part of each bonus pool. That is pretty awesome as well. And this is why this is the top dog. More reasons why it's the top dog. Airport lounge access is going to be included with your membership. That is pretty cool. And you know what that means. Not every airport has an airport lounge. And that means you, whoever is the member, will be able to use some airport lounges at no additional cost because you will have the membership. If you bring somebody with you, you're going to have to pay. I mean, you know, it could be $30, $40, $50. It all depends if you want to have somebody else come with you. But you, as the Founder Club member, you can get into these airline lounges. Now, also, some of you sit there and say, well, I'm a member of this, and there's Intrigue Fine Jewelers. They are actually a jewelry store in Southern California. They're going to open up another one up in Washington State. There's going to be another one in the Midwest, more than likely, but only 3 in Southern California open, where you can actually walk in and you get up to a $10,000 line of credit. That's included with your membership. Now, I will say this, you do have to put down 20%. You qualify automatically because you'll have a membership in there. So that will work for you. So that's exclusive again for the Founders Club members. VIP party April 2nd, which is going to have Sean Rayford. He's going to be there. That's a jazz artist. There's going to be other artists there as well. And we're going to have our business meeting because we need tax write-offs, ladies and gentlemen. This just can't be party time. They get Founders Club members, the only ones, once again, exclusive. They receive 2 VIP tickets to get into the business meeting. They also get into the party. They also are going to be getting into the yacht club party. There's certain things, they're VIPs. They can get in. They don't have to pay like everybody else has to. Just think about that. And then you guys, you go around to these lakes, rivers, oceans, and you're saying, hey, I kind of, hanging out here, and Founders Club members, they have a $550 credit, which now means they will be able to go there. And somebody says, yeah, we're going out to that little island off the shore here, and it's a 3-hour excursion, and we're only going to charge you $150, $175 for the 3 hours. And you're like, oh, cool, I have a credit, I'm going. See how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Lifestyle is what you want, and Founders Club members get that amount. And if you're travel is expensive these days. So let's just say you're riding in coach. Pretty simple, right? Here it is, riding in coach. You say, hey, I'm going to send my ticket just in case I can get upgraded to a first class seat or business class seat. Well, there you have it. You send your stuff in. It's not like it's 100%. It's up to the discretion of SSN Lifestyle. But if they can find a way to make it happen, then you could possibly be upgraded. It's not a 100% thing like you definitely going to be upgraded, because you never know how the airlines work. I mean, a lot of people upgrade using their points and miles, and seats are sometimes limited. All right. And then you receive extra discounts, and there's more to come, ladies and gentlemen. And that is awesome, in my opinion. That's top dog. And once the 15 spots are taken, nobody else can ever have this membership. So I suggest you get in now, $2,799. And it's $49.99 per month. All right. And you receive all these benefits, and they're worth a hell of a lot more than what people are going to pay for. And that's what we got to do, right? We got to deliver something. Health plus wealth plus commission plus membership. Now you said it best, Curtis Davis. That's exactly the situation here. So everybody, again, 11 spots are left. I simply say this: make sure you get in now, because things are going to heat up. In fact, there's going to be some more additional things that's going to be added. This isn't over yet. And again, the Ring of Fire is priceless, but the Ring of Fire gives you first choice when you're a Founders Club member. That's all it means. If the number the dollar cost doesn't reach what it's supposed to reach, then the next option is Premier Club members. All right. So anyhow, just had to give you guys that little 5-minute info, because there may be somebody that wants to become a pro member at $149. Another person might say, I will be elite and I'll pay the $399. And somebody says, I'm going to be Premier, which is the next best closest thing to being a Founder Club member, for $599. And so they all have monthly payments. Or you could say, hey, hell, I don't have any money, but I want to make extra streams of revenue, and send people over to the website to buy some of this cream. And also there's going to be 2 more. Buy some of this cream, and I want to earn commission, so I want to promote that. Well, you can do that, because we also have free memberships, because not everybody has money. We're going to be and are in a recession, and we might be in a great recession here, and it could turn into a great recession, and you need a way to make extra revenue. So that will be a way for people that says, I can't afford the membership, I don't want to get in, I'll be an affiliate or a person that refers, and you can still receive commission. So now we have things that people miss, like there was an Essence Music Festival, and we had units available. You could have received commission from people that were looking for Essence Music Festival places to stay. And you would have received commission by referring people there using a link. So you can do social media marketing, you can do video marketing, you can do whatever type of marketing, because you'll have a link. Upcoming things like New Year's in Las Vegas, for instance, right? You can refer people. You have SEMA Auto Show in Vegas. You can refer people. Yeah, big time stuff, not just any old dates. You have dates where people want to be in Vegas. So it makes it a lot simpler to market something when you have built-in dates where there's events happening. Just like there's a golf tournament in Lake Tahoe in about 2 weeks. It used to be the Michael Jordan golf tournament. It still is the celebrity golf tournament. So right there, it costs who knows how much. And by the way, you guys, this leads me to a story, which I have completely forgot about until I was thinking about the Michael Jordan golf tournament in Lake Tahoe. One day, in fact, I can't even remember where this was, quite frankly, but I think it was at it was more than likely at Caesars or Harrah's. I can't remember. But anyhow, Caesars or Harrah's, people know I'm sitting there and I'm eating at the buffet. And of all people at the time, he was very popular, more than now. Ahmad Rashad is looking for a seat. Literally, there's nowhere to sit, but I'm sitting in a booth and nobody's sitting with me. And then Ahmad Rashad says, "Hey, man, do you mind if I sit here?" So me and Ahmad Rashad chit chat for like an hour. Crazy stuff, right? Out of the whole room. But I was like the only person that had a booth there and nobody was sitting with me. So we sat there and chit chat for a minute. So that's a short story on that one. But nonetheless, and he's a great guy, by the way. I got to tell you that. He's great personality, great person, great human. He's a good guy. All right. Now, let's get back into the stock market situation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, networking with SSN people. Exactly. Curtis Davis mentioned something earlier where he was talking about the previous video. And I'm going to bring up something about the HELOCs because a lot of people still don't know about this HELOC situation, right? And remember, I was referring to the playbook about borrowing your home equity line of credit, putting it in a safe, and waiting for prices to go down. Well, apparently last year, well, I can't pull it up now, but last year, $63 billion worth of loans were taken out under the home equity line of credit. The sad news is it was early, like I can't remember the dates. I believe it was August or May. I can't really remember the date, May or June. I don't know. But nonetheless, it wasn't January, February, March. It was 6 months or later in the year, I believe. But the point is $63 billion, ladies and gentlemen, was in the hand of United States citizens. That's actually what they took out. And you know where they put that money? Stock market. Why do you think the stock market was still going up? It made no sense. Why was crypto still going up? Made no sense even last year, right? It kept going. Money was diving into these DAOs, these DAOs that were popping out of nowhere. Money was going into NFTs, popping out of nowhere. All this money was being used, and even some are out there doing what they should be doing, buying some other real estate with that extra money. So they would have wealth and passive income coming in later. So now that that money has been spent, and now after year over year, we have a decline in almost all markets except real estate so far. Real estate's starting to come down. That means there is no more money to actually invest generally, because these people obviously did their dollar cost average down over the last year, right? I highly doubt that the majority of them said, okay, I'm taking my $200,000-$300,000, putting it in a safe, and we'll see what happens. And there's no way that they predicted 85. They bought Home Depot and thinking, oh yeah, housing market is booming. It's going to be 283 now from 400. Highly unlikely you're going to be able to predict that last year. But if you did the other thing and said, hey, I'm going to do the SSN Nation way, we're going to put that money in a safe. And then when the price goes down, because it is going to go down, the Federal Reserve is going to increase their interest rates and all that. That's going to stop the housing boom from going. Now you would say, okay, I did the right thing. It was worth paying this 500, or well, at the time you only had to pay 3%. But anyhow, you would have said it's worth that $100, $120 a month for the last year, and I only paid $1,200 or $1,500. You would have been like, all right, we're sitting here pretty, because now you can say, well, it dropped 30%. I think it's going to drop some more, so I can sit here and wait. Or you can be like the guy that was talking about Lucid, ChargePoint, and all those. They're at their almost all-time lows. Maybe they're like, this is a good time to enter the EV space. So you would have had the bullets necessary using other people's money. That would have been the most beautiful thing, right? So that's it exactly. What you could do, you can still do it right now. Some of you have $400,000-$500,000 of equity in your home. So you can do the same thing, because remember, when home prices come down, you're not going to be able to borrow. I'm just saying. And you also lose that leverage where you'll be able to buy when prices have dipped. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Now, there we are. Equity in home, a tool or money to start a business. Exactly. And in fact, he says money to start a business. I will say this. If you're going to borrow money from your home, instead of starting one, I would be trying to buy one that's profitable. That's what I would be trying to do right now. All right. A business I'm referring to. One that's profitable, because when you start a business, that's very high. That's very hard and it's risky. So again, but if you are smart and you think that that's the way to go, then yes, start a business. You got to invest in yourself eventually. So either way is a good way. I'm just pointing out you have a couple of options that you can use. And that's what you have to think about in this environment, because you don't want to hand over your money to these hedge funds right now, do you? Or put them into these places that say we're going to give you 10%, 8%, 7% on your money in crypto. You want to make sure that you can get your money back. And that's why you have to do the Warren Buffett program. In times of trouble, you invest in these big companies, like we know Coca-Cola and Pepsi's not going anywhere. You know, Apple's not going anywhere, right? So, you know, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, you know, all these, those are stocks. Procter & Gamble, P&G, Johnson & Johnson, J&J. All right. Apple, AAPL, for everybody on podcasts. A is in Apple, A is in Apple, P is in Paul, L. So these, you go with the big time blue chip companies, because when the times are hard, their stock prices go down. But when the times come back, their stock prices go above their all-time highs, because they have so many subsidiaries that they make a bunch of money or profits from those subsidiaries as well. So that's why you take advantage, like a Ford, like Mr. Financial was saying. It went down to $4 in 2009. It went down to $6 in 2021. It went up to a high of 14 or 15. So you could have doubled your money in 2021 or 2022 in 1 year or less. And now it's back down, and I don't know where it is, but it's probably around 10, I would imagine. In fact, let me go look, just so we can keep it's 11. So, oh yeah, he did mention that. It's at 11 right now. And it dipped to just a little under 11. But anyhow, it's at $11.06 as we speak. So, but they're all in with EV. So I'm quite shocked at this point that they are even down at 11. That's crazy. All right. Let me see. There's many couples moving out of Colorado with 100K after selling home, but they need SSN Academy to get started now. Yes, exactly. The problem is the moving part. $450,000 is the median price of homes in America right now. It was $428 just 3 or 4 months ago, so it actually went up. But that's because there's still big time BlackRock and all these guys are out here buying up property. All right. Open Doors also doing that here in the ATL. They're buying up property. It's outrageous. So that's how you're keeping it. But there's going to come a time where they can't keep buying up property. Even the billions of dollars they have, they're not going to be able to do it, because once they bought the property at let's just call it the median price, $450. If it drops to $350, what are they going to do? They're going to rent it out and then try to charge people $4,000 a month. I'm sure they're trying, but rent prices have started to come down too, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Soon as people aren't there to rent, when people aren't there to rent or out here to buy, that's why you have to keep your eye on home prices, because they should be going down. If you want to short them, okay. In fact, I know another Colorado couple who sold home with 75K, moved to Georgia, bought an Airbnb down in Florida Coast Beach, cash flow. That works. That works. That's pretty much how they have to do it. That's pretty much how they have to do it. Exactly. Exactly. And I have to admit, Airbnb is even getting dicey now. It's crazy. I just got information now. They said, hey, we need some, you can't list unless you do something with tax, which was a TAT, which has to do with, this was Hawaii. So there's all kind of clamp down regulation, pseudo government interference with profits right now. So not only are you giving Airbnb their 3%, but now whatever, I didn't really look at it that well, but whatever that tax is, you're paying that now on top. So 8%, let's say. So you're going to have 11% of your money is going to be taken out. Now, if you do high-end properties, let's say $3,000 a week, I guess that would be kind of high-end. That's $330 taken out that's going to Airbnb and the taxes straight out, which is fair enough. But the point is, the government has infiltrated Airbnb, and all the cities and counties and states are aware of this, and they're now trying to tax people. Or you got to sign up with a license, so now you got to pay additional money for a license. So they figured out how to monetize something that they have no right to really monetize. They do have a right, though, to zone places residential. And then when somebody's living there is actually renting it out like it's a hotel, but that's very hard to regulate and monitor. So instead, they go to the platforms and say, hey, we are not going to allow you to sell in our city, state, or county unless you make these people sign up with this. So we get paid from every transaction. So that's what's actually happening. So you have to understand, things change, ladies and gentlemen. The landscape changed. Airbnb changed the way rentals were done. And now the big boys, the top 10 percenters, are figuring out a way that their hotels and their B&Bs, bed and breakfasts, stay in business because they were losing big time because people weren't paying this extra money for no reason. So once again, when you start looking at it from a stock perspective or investment opportunities, you have to sit there and think, hey, this is going to be a windfall for hotels, certain hotel companies. It's going to be a windfall for them because those billions of dollars that was on the platform of Airbnb are now going to be siphoned off and back into the hotels, motels, and any of their partners. So think about all of that as well. Remember, doing your own research is needed when you're investing. All right, we're 1 hour, 8 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell and check that you click the all notification bell. And by the way, I'm going to put this. I don't know if people can get this because I know I didn't put it in the description, but down below in the description, in case you want to get free Bitcoin, you can mine free Bitcoin from CryptoTab. The link is down below in the description. They use your software. It runs in the background. So when you're on vacation, out of your house, or even sitting downstairs watching TV or whatever you're doing, it's earning you pennies per day. And there's a link so you can refer other people to earn pennies per day. And that actually makes it like a little network. So now you earn a penny a day. The people also earn a penny a day. So 2 cents a day. All right. And then they share the link and you share the link. And now you know you have 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20 people letting their computers run, letting their phones run, because you can use any software, your phone, runs your laptop, your tablet, your desktop, and anything else that can run any type of software because it's its own browser. So earn free Bitcoin by mining it down below, especially when Bitcoin's low. Because let's face it might take you a month or two to get even $1, right? Depending, of course, the more people you add, the quicker you'll get to that dollar. But all I'm saying is this: if crypto's around 20, so every time you get a dollar, 5, 10, 20, 100, 200. You never know what'll happen over time. But if crypto stays in this price range where it's 20,000 or less, and it's a year later, all of a sudden there's a explosion, just like it's been in history, which their history is only 13 years old, but this has happened several times. It could jump back up to 70 grand. So you could 5 times, 6 times, whatever you were able to accumulate. And if it does something crazy that people have always said, hey, it might go to 100, okay, you might be able to almost 8 or 9 times whatever you were able to accumulate. So the more people you have in your network helps you, and the more devices you have personally helps you. So you never know what's going to really happen over time if you wanted to do something like that. So that's crypto, ladies and gentlemen. The link is down below. All right. So we go full speed ahead because I'm going to do something else. We're going to talk about one other thing. Let me get this in here. I'm going to go to this because I wanted to see what Lowe's stock has done, because it should almost mirror Home Depot's. When we talk about year to date, let's see what they got. Yep, 30% as well, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. So remember, another point, another half a point or 50 basis points. If they do what they've done in the first half of this year, then we could easily see these guys going below their 52-week low, because right now it's 170 and they're that close. So once again, if Home Depot's slowing down, Lowe's is slowing down, that's the supply chain for America. Everybody, developers, suppliers, everybody that does any type of rehab work on a home. If this is happening, think about it. All right. Just think about what opportunities you may have before you. That's all you can do. Dividend stocks are back. BAC, UNP, PSEZ, VC, many more. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis, because a lot of people are sleeping on this. When stock prices drop, such as the ones he's saying here, that means the return on your investment goes up. That's what that means. So just keep that in mind. All right. And he mentioned some good ones. PSEC, P as in Paul, S as in Sam, E as in Eric, C as in Charles. I love that. VC, Verizon, V as in Victor, Z as in Zebra. BAC is Bank of America. And I don't know who UNP is. Okay, Union Pacific. 2.48 right now is that dividend return, but so is Apple's. So is trying to think, Microsoft. Those are all in that range. So you get to win twice if you invest in those type of companies, even Union Pacific. Let's go look at what they're doing, down 15% year to date. All right. So that gives you an idea. And then my favorite, as you guys know, if stock market goes down, that means double digits for PSEC. Let's see where they're at now, 9.96. So they crept back up earlier today to go back under that 10%. But once again, if they go to $7, that means it's 10% returns. And yes, it's only about 6 cents or something of that nature, but you're earning 10% on your money. Remember, inflation is over 20% right now. And it's not going to subside anytime soon. That's why it's going to be very interesting, because it seems that the Federal Reserve doesn't care anymore, right? It seems like they could care less at this point. They really are going to do a stop. They really are. I couldn't believe they did the 50 basis points, nor did I could believe when they did the 75 basis points, which is 1.25%. I couldn't believe they did that. So they actually are saying, well, we're just going to have to give up on this, because otherwise we're going to have a complete meltdown. So we need to get to a certain number quicker. So I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you think they're going to pull another 75 basis points? I mean, I would be shocked, because they've never shown really any balls like that. The 0.75, the only reason they agree to this is because Wall Street is dictating. Wall Street goes, oh, we can live with the 0.75. That would be good, because that'll help us, with the inflation. They didn't say, oh, we don't care about you guys, let's do 1%, because they already knew Wall Street already told them, hey, if you do that, that's going to ruin the market. And I'm sitting there like, I thought this was capitalism. How is it that you're ruining the market because you raise the interest rates? If you're going to have buyers and demand for your stock, it won't matter about that interest rate, right? But they're dictating. So all you have to do is listen to what Wall Street says, and that's generally what's going to happen. So in the next week or so, we'll hear rumblings from Wall Street saying, yeah, Wall Street would really like 50 basis points right now, or they'll like 75 or 1%. That would help us stop this. Whatever they say, apparently Federal Reserve is going to listen. That's their buddies. All right. Okay, I think they will hike it. There's too many jobs available. Oh, of course. Yeah, they're going to hike it. That's for sure. But the question is 50 basis points, 75 basis points, or 100 basis points. See, again, remember last year, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about this. How do you wipe out the middle class? You make sure the interest rate is low as possible for as long as possible, because that gives an advantage to people like the BlackRocks and companies that receive funds from the federal government at near 0% interest rates. Because as long as they could buy up assets using those borrowed monies and have an interest rate of, let's call it 0.5%, that really helps you out. And so that also increases the value of all the property. So they actually blow up the balloon. And then when they do it backwards, they don't have the cojones to sit there and say, you know what, we're cutting you guys off now. They're not going to do that because they know they're actually manipulating the whole market in the first place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour, 16 minutes in. And that's why there will be an increase all year. They've already said it. They're going to increase for the next couple of years. Okay, the Fed has two jobs. One, keep unemployment low. Two, keep inflation low. Yeah, number one, though, they can't actually do anything about unemployment. There's nothing they can do. I don't think that's part of their thing because they can't create new jobs. They can create new jobs when they reduce interest rates. But when they're increasing interest rates, then as you know, because Mr. Financial, his pseudonym, Chili Davis, actually did a video about layoffs and jobs going by the wayside. So check him out, Chili Davis. He mentioned this about a week or so back. And so therefore, that's due to the interest rate increases. The company's bottom line is being affected. So the first people to go, employees, because they're the most costly. And so you start removing those people that are making a large percentage of the money from the equation. So that way you can hopefully stay in business and still increase your profits. And if that doesn't work, well, you do things like this. You do what Elon Musk did. You're going to close your office in San Mateo altogether. That's what you're going to do. All right. He just did that. Not only did he already fire 10% of his workforce, he just said, well, I'm firing another 1% of my workforce. I'm closing down an office in Cali. So this is what's going to happen. So I don't believe they actually have the unemployment. It's a consequence. So there's going to be more unemployment when they raise the interest rate. There's going to be more job layoffs, which is going to create a problem with the recession. So just keep all of that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how we got to do it, right? Okay, we're going to make this one a short and sweet night. I'm not going to keep going tonight, so please join us back. If you have any other questions and want to ask any, please hit it up in the chat room, but only people with the icon on Wednesday night can be in the chat room. Everybody else, you can just watch, but then you can join us on Friday night at 9-10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and ask all the questions you want because everybody can be in the chat room on Friday night. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. If anybody has anything else to say, let me know. If you have any questions, ask them. And I wanted to show something else. Oh, I finally found it, which is interesting. Okay, I'll just put it in here. That housing, the home equity line of credit I was talking about, I finally found that again. So let's put that in here. Here it is. Here it is. Took 63 billion out of their homes earlier this year. That's the September 2021, the most since 2007 housing bubble. These people are out here. And like I mentioned in the video that I dropped earlier today, they were out here buying cars, used vehicles, clearly. They were out here buying crypto, clearly. They were out here buying stocks, clearly, because all of those were going up. And nobody could understand why things were going up in those asset classes. Now you know why. Billions. And sadly, some people did invest in stock and crypto, and it's getting wiped out, quite frankly, unfortunately. But none of that money can be used again, because now it goes to Three Arrows. It goes to Voyager and their bankruptcy. It's gone. You can't retrieve it back. Somebody else is going to hold that debt, and somebody else is going to try and recuperate some of that debt back. But what's going to happen? Basically, consumers who had the money and put in. So you have to assume billions of this went into crypto and stocks and real estate. And so people are going to ultimately lose. But some people would say you don't lose unless you sell. So just keep that in mind. All right. So just want to keep that in your head. Eric, Sports Illustrated chooses Punta Cana to shoot its new 2022 model catalog. Do you have any space in your apartment? Oh, man. I wish. No, it's not built. I wish. Oh, man. But that's not a spectator event, though. So it's not like, that's not a spectator event. It's not like there's going to be an extra 20,000 people there for the photo shoot. Unlike like the PGA golf event that comes there, there's going to be an extra, 5 to 10,000 people. The Latin Music Awards, that was an extra 5 to 10,000. The Soul Festival at the end of January is another 5 to 10,000. So thank you for mentioning that. But it's getting hot over there, ladies and gentlemen. So therefore, again, those who were able to get into that pre-construction and maintain and do what they had to do, and that's going to turn out fine for everybody there. The sad part, people buying liabilities, cars, and crypto. Exactly. That's the problem with this right here. Unfortunately, it was a bit early because, of course, it seemingly we're out of the COVID scenario, and you're thinking everything's going to be great. So, of course, everything's rising. So you're jumping on the bandwagon. That's what people do. When everything goes down, people don't jump on that bandwagon. Just like today and yesterday, when the stock market went up, they're starting to have people jumping on the bandwagon. And before I end this part, let's go to, I don't want that, CNBC, to give you guys an idea about the futures so you'll understand what's going to happen tomorrow, or seemingly could happen, because I don't know what's going on, but this is crazy when you really start thinking about it. Again, we're going to have this stuff that you can't see. So I'll just take myself off screen because I can barely see it. But look, wait, what is this? That's S&P. It looks like the futures are a little up slightly. The Dow Jones is also up slightly. And so the major three, the big three, up slightly. I mean, where's NASDAQ? Yeah, all up slightly, showing that potentially tomorrow it could be another up day. That could be the third day in a row. So the question is, what are you going to do? Right? All right. We're going to wrap this up here shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Hope smart, financial, literate people bought assets with that $63 billion. Yep, exactly. Well, again, assets are assets. That's the problem. Are you expecting the I need more money letter from your builder? Does your contract provide that flexibility? Yes, Victor Morero, I have the Panorama contract. They can go up to 10% of the price. And they have not, in fact, I just talked with Johan. They have not requested it yet. But see, that's a whole nother ball game. Because the reason why I said, okay, they haven't requested it because the place isn't built yet. Unlike Panorama Lake, They have 4 walls. They have stairs. They should have a model unit already by now. I mean, they have the building, their whole buildings, all their buildings have been built. All right. So they're months away from completing their project. So some people are finishing up their payments. And so that's why this person's finishing up their payments got that notice saying, hey, you're going to have to, we'll let you out of this or pay 7% more. All they're going to do is resell it at the higher price anyhow. So they're going to get their 7% or they'll get about maybe 20 or 30% more if a person backs out. So that is what's happening right now. But no, they are not doing it at my project. But remember, Garden and Park was supposed to come out next year. So and I fully expect next year that that's what's going to happen. They've already set it up. And we all know that material cost has increased 30% last year, and it's going to continue to climb. So the cost of building is going to cost a lot more than it did 2 years ago and even last year. So there's just no way around it. No way around it. The dollar is very strong. Oh, don't even remind me. $1 to £1 are equal, making trade hard in global market. Exactly. Another bad sign, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want the dollar to be strong, but it's okay. This is why oil. So again, people don't realize the fluctuation in oil. Yes, you have to understand. Remember, the guys that receive subsidies from the government, which is oil, gas, and other energy, they have a vested interest, one, to raise the price to have ungodly amounts of profit, and two, raise the price to get the ungodly amount of profit. Now you have to reduce the price to make the dollar weak because, as Mr. Financial just said, if it's 1-to-1, that means it's costing more money to buy the damn oil globally. Yes, we do still sell oil out of America, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So now they have to go, hold on a minute. Now that we got all these profits for the last 6 months, we can start dropping the price per barrel down under 65, I believe. I don't know if it's under 60 now, but it was 65 yesterday or today. Think about this. They need to weaken the dollar. How do you weaken the petrodollar? You reduce the price of oil. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. Who needs an economic major? You just have to understand what the significance is of certain moves. And once you understand it, then you start going, if you're an American citizen, you start going woohoo, because if you're in the tourist industry, you're going, thank God they're reducing the oil, because that means we're not going to be 1-to-1. It's going to be like $1.20, $1.20, $1.40 for every dollar. That's what we want against the euro. This is cool because we need these people coming into the United States buying our goods and services. That's exact correlation. All right. Just so you understand. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I think 10% okay at the end of condo built. You can see your Airbnb rent soon. Exactly. Yeah, Victor Marrero, because you're one of the lucky ones. Victor Marrero, in case you guys don't know, he was lucky enough to get into the Punta Cana area and get a contract in 2018. I believe it was 2018. So in 2018, no worries about inflation. Everything's rocking and rolling. They just had the largest tourist amount of people come in 2017. So they were just like a record for the year. So they're thinking, oh, this is beautiful. And he doesn't have it. They didn't start putting that in until like 2020, 2021. And Christopher, for instance, they started in 2019, as it turns out. That was such a novel thing that they didn't put in a percentage. They just put in, we can increase the rate if we want to with no percentage. And that's what's happened with the Christopher and Epic. They 30% more, sir. That's what we need from you, 30% more. Otherwise, you can't, we're not turning over the keys. You can't buy it. Sir, their contract was open. They didn't put a percentage in there. So, and definitely now all of the contracts, generally 2020 and even 2021, definitely whoever signs up after 2020 or in 2020, you all have it. Everybody who's before 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, they don't have it. Except, like I said, Christopher and Epic have it, but they didn't put a percentage in there, which led, now that means just what's happening. They thought they bought a 3-bedroom for $50,000, and now they're going, oh no, it's $86,000. That's crazy right there. Crazy. I just read today that euro price is collapsing against the dollar. If in fact the euro goes under $1, that means trips to Europe is going to be cheap. See how this works, ladies and gentlemen? But the United States doesn't want to actually be below the euro. Because remember, the most wealthiest nations, that's who you always want to come visit you, because those are the people with money, right? So that's it exactly. Yes, Eric, they are manipulating the situation to get the result they want. That's exactly right. So why don't we just go look at something right now? Why don't we go look at this? Let's go see. Oh, man, I wanted to do something. Let's go see oil price today. Let's go see what we have here. Oh, I could have probably looked there. Okay, it wasn't. Why did I see 65? I wonder what that was. Was that last year or something? Okay, so it's not 60. That's not right. It's $97. So I gave you the incorrect info. Yeah, it's under 100. So it's not 65. So I saw something that was incorrect. It must have been last year. So it's 97. So it's not 110, not 105, not 120. It just depends on where you are. But this isn't bad. So Gino Chimiente, you're still in the ballpark. It's not 65, which is a good thing. That's awesome. This is good to hear. But on the other note, like I said, they actually want the prices to come down. And I'm going to put it to you this way. They may manipulate this, because if the euro is coming down under $1, they want to try and be under $1, under the euro dollar. So once again, that's going to be very interesting to watch, because the manipulation is happening, because this is looking like it's going to go down even further. This is crazy. Crazy. OPEC basket. Okay. So Brent, it looks like under 100 it is. Here we go. 1 year. So that means I saw something old, because it looks like 65 would have been way down here. So it must have been something from April that I saw instead of today. So that's good news. Glad to hear that, because I was getting ready to say they're going to manipulate this thing. If it goes down to 65, they want to try and stay under. It's still the same playbook, though. They're still going to try and go under. The way you slice it. The WTI has dropped below 100 first time in 2 months. Yes. Okay, normally a euro or a pound is 125 or 115 every dollar. Yeah, it's about that. But again, if the euro is crashing, then that means they have a decision to make. That's all I'm going to say about it. So I thought it was 65, but I'm glad it's not. Slower drop is better, but that would mean the gas prices are going to stay the same. Let's see here. He's saying, what is that? The cap has dropped from 96 to 80. Ah, there we go. Mr. Financial is on top of it, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what's going on. That's pretty awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're going to wrap it up tonight. I want to thank everybody for being here. Please join us once again on the Friday night live stream at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that I dropped earlier today. And the video I dropped yesterday as well. Part 1, part 2. Similar conversation, but a direction nonetheless, a little bit different on everything. So again, I'm very, very happy to hear the manipulation wasn't down to 65, but it's still coming down, which is a good sign. So again, if you're trying to be in the chat room and you cannot, that's because only members with the icon, members of the channel can be in the chat room. So that's why you can't be in the chat room tonight. On Monday and Friday live streams, you can be in the chat room. It's open to everybody. If you have any questions after the video, you can make comments down below. And unless they're hiding the comments like they've been doing lately, I will respond immediately. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to wrap it up. So please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And you know it's hard out here. I know it's hard out here. Everybody knows it's hard out here. So that means we have to figure out how to make those extra streams of revenue. I talked about something tonight, SSN Lifestyle. There's ways you can get extra stream of revenue from that. In fact, here you go. Here's one of the products. It's a body cream. That's right. Iodine, MSN, magnesium, D3, all of those. Over 25 benefits, health benefits from that. And it's a cream, ladies and gentlemen. So no pills, just a little press of the button and put it on. No smell, no parabens, nothing bad in there. All right. So $34.99. I put a link down there in the description already where you can go to SSN Lifestyle, buy it from there under the hot deals category. Or if you can see the chat room and scroll up, I put a link in there to go over there directly. And again, it can help with a lot of things. Arthritis, healthy heart, joints, bones. That's right. Just to name a few. All right. Help with even great. This always goes out these days. And if you one that have problems in other areas, the benefits are a lot. So just keep that in mind. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.